Hey guys, Leroy Jenkins here. On a side note, I have decided that maybe I'll just go with my videos being unedited. Maybe I'll make it a gig. I mean, I know like people like Chris Raygun and Shoe'n'Head have become known for the cuts and how they just transition into things. But you know what? Maybe my thing can be not doing that. We'll see. It'll be a good excuse for my laziness, right? Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to talk today about how I got red pilled. It seems to be a pretty common topic, except with me, it's more of a red pill suppository. It just happens so fast and so much, and this might be a series of videos because I have a bit of a processing disorder, so it's kind of hard for me to explain things very well. And even though it seemed like it was quickly, it happened over a long period of time. So I wrote down a few reasons about why I started viewing things the way I did. And I'm going to see if it explains things to people and resonates. So originally, I was very leftist, very progressive, to the point where I was actually even part of Occupy Wall Street, part of the Facebook page and everything. Like I knew all the hand signals. I went to Zuccotti Park on November 5th, 2011. And I enjoyed myself immensely. I thought I was doing something to help everyone get away from corporate greed, which I still think is a major issue, but other things are there too. And I don't know, I actually almost feel like something's being done about it now, but that's a side notion. Right now, what originally made me think of Trump in a good way, which was a huge part of the red pill, my roommate was pro-Trump from the beginning. And so I ended up watching some of what Trump was saying. I watched what Clinton, Boney, Trump, Cruz, everyone was saying. I watched all the debates. I watched a lot of speeches. And I got a good idea of what each candidate stood for. And some people say that Trump doesn't care about the common person, but I disagree. The way he handled individual people seemed to be very emotional and touching and sincere. And everyone else beside the Boney seemed kind of like, I'm doing this for attention, I'm doing this for your vote. So I felt like Trump was actually genuinely caring about the people. And I noticed some things too, that Trump was actually pretty smart. He got like over $1 billion in free advertising by saying stupid stuff that the media loved to cover. Like a lot of stupid things, and people would cover it, and he'd exaggerate something so this media would actually have to say, well, he's wrong because of this, and people say, wait, he said this, but you admitted to half of that, so what's going on here? And people started to look into things, and that's when people started getting to him. And I think what really did it for him was his alliance he made with 4chan by retweeting one of the videos they made about him. And once he did that, they just loved him, and they actually started paying attention to him, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why he won. And it feels like I agree with feminism in the sense that people should be equal, obviously, but it feels like a lot of people these days are taking it to a weird extreme. Like, you have to be exactly like me, or if you're racist, you're sexist, you're a bigot, whatever. If you disagree with me in any way, you're the enemy, and you need to be stopped. A very good sighting of this is what happened to Lacey Green. In a video she did with Chris Raygun after VideoCon, I believe it was called, she was telling Chris how she never, ever was treated this way. How she never had articles written about her, how she never was attacked so viscerally. She was used to people talking about her like in response videos to her own videos, and she's like, okay, fine. But she was telling Chris how she was not used to this kind of attack. And it seemed very emotional based and not very fact based, and it seemed like no one's actually caring about what she was saying. They just cared about what she did, and things like that was happening for a very long time. Like I said, my process into soul is kind of stopping me from going to extreme details right now, but just overall, you're against us, you're with us or against us. That really influenced me in thinking differently, and that kind of goes into the Boney or Bust movement. I was Boney or Bust. I still think a lot of what Boney wanted to do. I just currently feel like things like free healthcare and college wouldn't work with this country right now. The way the government works and people work and everything, I just feel like people would take too much advantage of it. There'd be too much bureaucracy. and it just would actually inflate costs without actually helping people, much like Obamacare. It was a total failure, a good idea, but total failure, poorly executed, and I do not think a government can handle that right now, and especially when we're trillions of dollars in debt. I think maybe we should work on the economy first, and once we have the economy leveled in an acceptable fashion, then maybe we can talk about experimenting, like maybe we could have some states fund something simple like associate degrees and see how that goes. But the way that boring and bust people were being treated by the Clinton crowd was, we don't need you, go away. So they went away. Some of them went to third parties, some of them went to Trump. And Trump was welcoming them with open arms, saying that the DNC cheated you. The DNC lied to you. The DNC is a bunch of crooks. Come to us, what do you have to lose? And so I started talking to some Trump people, and they were very understanding and very kind. And once Trump won, even though I didn't vote for him, the responses I got were, we lost because of you, what did you do? A few moments ago you told us you didn't need us, and now you're angry at us for not supporting your candidate? And now also I'm a sexist for not supporting Clinton, even though all the countless reasons why I didn't like her. It's like everyone forgot. It really is like everyone forgot why they wanted Bernie over Hillary in the beginning. It just shocked me how people just absolutely forgot all the lies, the crookedness, the corporate greed, and they just turned a blind eye to it so they could go against Trump, who welcomed everyone. I mean, in the Donald subreddit, gays are welcomed, blacks are welcomed, everyone's welcomed, but if those people go outside, they're told they're stupid or blinded or something, and they're just treated badly. And that just goes back to the whole thing I said before, like, you're with us or against us. And it just didn't make any sense. That was something that made me mentally challenge them. Made me start to think, you're not as tolerant as you say you are. That you used to be the side of tolerance back when, I think that the left last moment of purity was during the gay rights movement, when they were trying to get gay people the right to vote. That was a legitimate cause that everyone could support, or most people could support. And I'm Christian, and even I support that. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, who cares? I don't think gay people go into hell, but whatever, that's a different video. And that was a very sincere movement. But now, I mean, I agree, trans people using bathrooms, sure, but it's all emotions, it's no logic, and as soon as you go against them, you're labeled a Nazi, and it's okay to punch a Nazi. Like that video of that guy who was supposedly a neo-Nazi getting punched out, people were sharing it saying, oh, it's okay to punch him, he's a Nazi. And some people are saying it's okay that CNN exposed that guy. Did you see his content? And it's just like, people have these morals of like what they should do, but it only matters if the people agree with them morally. It's not universal to them, and that just scares me. Like, what are these people going to be capable of? They've already killed someone at a Trump protest rally. Some guy was stabbed to death. Another guy had to kill someone else with a gun in self-defense at a Milo event. I mean, it's starting to get violent, and I'm afraid to tell my friends that I like Trump. I'm worried that they'll think I'm racist or a bigot or something. And it's a scary time. And this has been a long video, probably ranted a lot, I don't know if it makes much sense, but that's just been a glance into why I got red-pilled, and why I support the current president, and why I think that the left needs to tone things down a bit before I could join them again. I honestly feel like I didn't leave the left left me. I still consider myself to be a classical liberal. I believe in the government not having too much power. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in disagreeing with someone and having civil discourse, but as soon as someone throws a rock or a punch, then it's not civil anymore. Then it's not a discussion anymore. It's violence. And that is not what we need right now, but that's the way things are going. So yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe. Tell me to shut up. I don't care. It's just a good video, editing video software, but this is all raw and uncut. And I still don't know how to end this right now. So I'm just gonna hit the stop button. So thanks for watching. Peace out.